Monday Morning Quarterback on Sports Illustrated, SI.com by Peter King is by far one of the best reads that you will see each week. And he had the chance to ride around with Colin Kaepernick. They went back to his high school. He met a bunch of people and da-da-da. Look, he's 25 years old. They touched briefly on the basis of his tattoos. So the title was a little deceiving. I was expecting a little more. However, we have pictures, so let's see those, and I will read to you what is over just his right shoulder. That's all we pretty much have. So let's see it. So again, I mean, that's updated, by the way. They finished his chest. However, over his right shoulder, what we do know, he says they represent family, inner strength, humility, and spiritual growth. It was completed 3 nights after the Super Bowl. It took 6 hours. His right shoulder and his back took 6 hours.
Who has a tattoo about humility and then takes off their shirt for a photo shoot to tell people about how their tattoo represents humility? It's ridiculous.
Why?
Because you don't show your chest off if you're humble. That's not what you do.
What do you do then?
You say, yeah, my tattoo represents humility.
Okay, well, here's the flip side, and at least I'll play devil's advocate because I believe in it. The writer who called him out was David Whitley of the Sporting News. He said Kaepernick is going to be a big-time NFL quarterback. That must make the guys in San Quentin happy. Quarterbacks are CEOs. You don't want your CEO to look like he just got parole. So out of anything, I completely, obviously, disagree with him. And I have no problem with Kaepernick showing off his tattoos, especially after that asshole decided to say that.
I get no problem with him showing off his tattoos either.
But you just have a problem with the humility standpoint.
Well, I mean, we gave Geraldo a tough time for it. I mean, it's
rightfully
like,
so.
Yeah, it's I mean, you gotta, he's a professional athlete. He looks great. But yeah, who cares what his tattoos say?
Go back to the back tattoo for a second. I mean, I tried deciphering what this is. The furthest JR and I got, mainly JR, was that there were 2 people on the left and right shoulder blade, but that's about it. I mean, I couldn't really, I'm sure there's meaning to it, I just don't know.
It looks like
what it is.
It looks like the forest, the dangerous forest in Lord of the Rings.
So let me tell you, I have totally, look, I'm not gonna get a tattoo, that's just not me, but after you guys did the video on Kevin Durant calling out his tattoos, and then me actually learning what the tattoos are
I don't even remember. Why did we call out the tattoos on Kevin Durant?
Because you thought they looked stupid. And it meant that his high school coach died at the age of 35, thus he wears 35. He has 3 and 5 across his the left side and right side of his back.
Yeah, but there was some particular, we didn't just call them out because I don't care about people's tattoos. There was some particular reason, but okay.
I mean, that was mainly the consensus on the video, is that you guys didn't like the fact that he had all these ridiculous tattoos. You sounded like my grandmother watching an NBA game. The tattoos, why the tattoos?
Your grandmother who was here?
Yeah.
I love your grandmother, she's awesome.
Oh, I love Roz, I love her. But every time we watch a basketball game, that is the #1 thing we talk about, every time. So anyways, I'm just saying, look, I'm not getting them. If you want to get them, they have some symbolic meaning, fine. I'm totally fine with that. And like, look, I have no idea what the back tattoo is. I have no freaking clue. I'd love to know what it means. Thus, I'd do a better job. But either way, I'm totally fine with it. But like, as long as it's not like, yeah, so this symbolizes killing people, like that, like obviously that's not cool. Like this is a true meaning of his
It's a big
tattoo.
stand you're taking, Rick.
Okay,
yeah,
it's better than yours.
Don't have a tattoo that's I don't believe I took a stand. I don't care about people getting tattoos. I mean, you tattoo your entire back, you tattoo your whole body. People are going to talk about it. That's the point. That's why you did it. You want people to talk about it. So let's not pretend that you don't want people to see all your tattoos. You do. It's okay.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
But I think also as you get older, we're all curious what guys who then have kids of their own and grandkids. I'm just going to guess that there's going to come a time in Colin Kaepernick's life, maybe he won't, when he wishes he had slightly fewer tattoos.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess time will tell. I just want to correct myself. The pecs represent family, inner strength, humility, and spiritual growth. The right shoulder that I was talking about is you arm me with strength for battle, you humbled my adversaries before me. Basically, it's saying the Lord is giving me all the tools to be successful. I just have to go out and do my part to uphold that.
I would just write these things down on maybe a little moleskin thing and keep it in your pocket. You don't have to have a tattoo, and you can still think the Lord inspires you to do the best that you can do with the gifts He's given you just as much, but you don't have to put it in ink all over your body. Well, it's another way to go.
He has a different stance.
Another way to go. Yeah.
How do you think he's going to do this year?
Not as well as people think.
No?
No, just because the progression was too quick and too sudden. So I think he's going to be a great quarterback. It just wouldn't surprise me if, you see some of the mistakes that we didn't see last year. That we saw like in that
Well,
Rams.
we only saw a limited sample size, obviously.
Right. So I think as the bigger sample size we see, we'll see more mistakes. We'll see more games like the Rams game,
Sure.
Which he gave away single-handedly.
Yep.
But that said, my hunch is that's a playoff team, and when they go to the playoffs, he could get it going. And could that guy win the Super Bowl? No question.
Do you think that he will have a Cam Newton like rookie year when he just burst onto the scene and ran and passed for so many touchdowns?
I think he had it last year. He had it, that run he had last year.
I'm saying, do you think that will be his season this year or not?
No, I think that as the league gets a slightly better sense on how to defend him, although this is changing. We talked about this last year. Defense is completely different all of a sudden. All of a sudden you got to figure out defenses, I think, need to get smaller and faster as we go forward here.
The linebackers and all that.
Yeah, everything needs to change. I think that is one thing that's going to have to be looked at, because here's what's going to happen. All of a sudden, we got Griffin, and we got Russell Wilson, and we have
RG3,
and we have Kaepernick. So, there's going to be more and more of these quarterbacks who are accurate on the move. We've had this sense that if you were sitting in the pocket, you were more likely to be accurate. But here come all these guys who are incredibly accurate while moving. And they can run, and that's just going to change how defenses need to play him if they're going to stop him. So, but that said, I think that he's still young. He hasn't played many games, and I think there'll be some ugly mistakes. But that said, that's still no question. That's a playoff team, and they could easily win the Super Bowl.